I'm camping for 24 hours using nothing but the gear I buy from Facebook Marketplace Lowballs only. Camping gear is expensive. A decent tent, 200 bucks. A decent sleeping bag, 150 bucks. At REI, that's only 2 items and I'm already broke. But Facebook Marketplace, that's where you'll find $5 sleeping bags, questionable tarps, and some of the weirdest people you'll ever meet at 11 p.m. in a McDonald's parking lot. Was this worth 25 bucks? Probably not. So here's the challenge. I can only buy the gear if I lowball the seller. That means my first offer has to be half the asking price or better. I'm giving myself some wiggle room to meet them in the middle, but it has to start as a lowball. I spent the last week driving all over a 30-mile radius, meeting up with strangers in some of the weirdest locations, and getting a ton of angry messages. Now I'm taking all this gear to the middle of the woods where I'm gonna be freezing for 24 hours. It's starting to rain, so I feel like it only makes sense to start with our shelter. Shelter definitely needs to be my #1 priority, just because you've watched the last videos. Having poor shelter is the reason I've gone home like half my videos.
This sucks, so we're going home.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going home, bro.
Let's go.
I think this is gonna be my best video yet. I'm gonna spend the night, and not only that, but I think I'm gonna sleep amazing. For shelter, I got a tent, okay? Not just any ordinary tent. This is the REI Taj 3, so it's a 3-person tent. It's got poles, it's got a waterproof cover. It retails for 170 bucks. The kind lady selling it to me, she had it listed from 30. I offered her $15. We kind of met halfway, 20 bucks. That's a low ball success. So we're only at 20% of our budget and we already have our whole shelter down. I could have just this and I could spend the night. I'd be fine. You know, I'll sleep on the ground, it'll get a little cold, but I got my layers on this time. I've come prepared. It wasn't supposed to be raining, but it's sprinkling just the tiniest bit. So I think I need to set this up right now. This is gonna be a great video. I'm actually really excited. First thing I'm gonna do though is probably pick out a spot, so. You know, and even to add a little bit of twist to this video, but I actually am camping on opening season of firearm deer hunting season. So there's a better chance of me probably getting shot than dying to the cold out here. Right now it's 57, feels like 48. We got a little bit of rain expected for 20 minutes. So I gotta get this tent up. I've got a high of 59 and a low of 39. I came the most prepared I've ever come. I bought some wool base layers. I got a nylon undershirt. I got a down jacket. Like I'm like, you know, I'm committed this time. But I've been showing up in sweatpants and a cotton t-shirt. So I'm starting to take this a little bit more serious, but it is supposed to rain a little bit. So I already feel it raining a little bit. It is coming down, the rain's coming down. So I gotta set this tent up. I gotta pick a good spot. Waterproof cover. Got our poles and tent stakes. Not a flat spot at all. I don't think there's tent stakes. Wow. Definitely backwards. So I don't have any stakes. I'm thinking I'll put all of this inside there, then I'll get situated. But I do gotta walk back to my car because I forgot my white-tailed deer costume cuts. I got a white-tailed deer costume on, you thought I was joking. You know, tents are the kind of thing that you set up once, and the first time it takes you forever, and then the second time, it's way easier because you know like the orientation of everything, what it's supposed to look like. Let me review maybe just the setup process of this. I would give it a 9. Because I figured it out. There are some tie down spots that would just make it way easier to get in and get out. Part of learning and getting better at this is asking for, I gotta, you know, I'm trying to figure out, what is this for? Can anyone tell me? Just because there's only one way for me to get better at this, right? Comment down below. I'm gonna go get some wood to stake in the ground. Sun's coming out. That's a pretty view, huh? Let me show you guys some bushcraft stuff, right? Some bushcraft stuff. How to use tents to stick in your REI tent. Or sticks. I don't even care. Let me stick down the tent before I start staking in the tarp like an idiot. I need more sticks, so it's like a 30-foot walk. I don't need the high vis, I'll be fine. My biggest worry, I guess, is probably, I mean, I scoped out the ground beneath it, but I don't have a, what do you call it, a blueprint? A rain map? Something. Normally there's like a tarp that goes in between the tent to stop stuff from like penetrating through the ground, the floor, and like abrasion and like a moisture layer, something like that, right? You know what I'm talking about? That's the only thing I kind of wish I had. Should I give you the tour? Let's see what it looks like. Let's like try to get into it first. I don't want to. Ooh. Hey, this is pretty nice though. For 20 bucks. And I have a window over here. This is a pretty sick tent. That took me a minute, but the tent's now set up. So now let me show you my sleeping situation because I know it's killing you. The next item that I got is this. This is a Coleman sleeping bag. Guy had it listed for 10, I offered him 5. That's half off, that's a low ball. I think honestly, it was a pretty good strategy, finding the cheaper items, because half off is what I'm considering a low ball, right? You know, it's kind of insulting to offer half off on like a $40 item, but like a $10 item, that's only $5 off. You know, that's not half off, that's like $5. When I went to pick this up too, the guy was like, yeah, this has been in my basement for like 8 years. It's a good sleeping bag. And it smells like that. I actually washed it twice and it still stinks. I think it's just some cheap polyester filled one. Does not have a temperature rating. I was looking for it. You know, like when something really old has like tags on it, but you can't, it's just white. There's no like text on it anymore. It's just washed off. That's what it's got. Look at this thing, man. I wish there was something you could put in between your sleeping bag and the ground, because that would make it way more comfortable. Which goes on to my next item. This is a sleeping pad. This is actually bigger than my tent and it's pretty heavy. This was listed for $30. I offered 15. You know, this isn't one of those sleeping pads where you like, you know, and then you, this is like one you take to like friends sleepover, or, you know, sleeping on your grandma's floor. Retails for like $100 on Amazon. I don't know how you would fit 3 people in this, to be honest. One, I can see it actually, yeah. Rolls out, and then it's got this right here. This thing opens up, or this is like the inflator, but also, it's kind of nice. But I mean, look at this. This is the nicest, like, look at this. I mean, like, out of all the challenges I've done, you know, buying stuff like from Walmart and Temu and Harbor Freight, I mean, this Facebook Marketplace lowball challenge is just crushing it so far. I would, you know, I could end the video here. Actually, I'm gonna. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. I usually don't take a moment to like get serious and teach a little. Let me get outside where it looks more cinematic. But I would say if you're gonna get into lowballing, you know, not even for camping's sake, but just this video should be a good sign that you should get into Facebook Marketplace lowballing. It's scary at first, it's intimidating because people are rude. But I would say start with like used cars. A strategy that I would probably recommend for lowballing, especially used cars. When you lowball someone, it's disrespectful. But if you add, I can pick up today cash at the end. So, what the? I was just talking to the camera. And there's a pile of empty cans just sitting right in this spot. So that's weird. Let's throw these away. What? They're full? Excuse me. Now that we've gotten shelter figured out, I'm gonna start gathering the firewood. Worked up a little bit of an appetite. So maybe I won't show you what I have for dinner. What time is it? It's about 3 o'clock. So I've got some snacks and I've got some heartier meals. I'm gonna share one of my meals with you. This will be like a late lunch. This seller was selling MREs and they were selling one like flint and steel rod. They were asking 5 for this, and then they were asking 20 for these. I'll be honest, this one really wasn't a low ball. I tried working on a deal with him, and then on my way to meet with him, I was having issues in my car. It took me like 30 minutes longer to meet with him. He was just sitting there waiting for me to show up, and I felt bad, so I kind of gave him what he originally asked for. So I got 3 MREs. I've got 2 with me, and then I searched up which flavors were dog shit, and I left the most dog shit one, which was, I want to say it was a spinach pasta. We got menu 24. This is the Southwest style beef and black beans. And then we've got Italian sausage with peppers and onions and marinara sauce. Never had one of these. Beef and black beans with sauce, apple pieces and spice sauce, apple mints, a napkin and a wet wipe, a chocolate banana nut muffin top, and then our beef snack. This looks like the heater. Cheese spread with jalapenos, mocha cappuccino instant powder, tortillas. This might be my whole meal. Maybe there wasn't a point in me getting 3 of those. My water situation is a little tight, so let me show you what I've got. Let's eat my snack first. I'm not trying to deal with that right now. What can I eat? Remove MRE pouch and save carton. Tear top off bag. Place MRE pouch in bag with water. What is this saying? What? I'm gonna eat the beef snack and the muffin top right now. Obviously, I would have wanted to save those, but I have a water situation, so a lot of packaging. This looks questionable. I mean, it's not like good. It's not good. I'm gonna open the muffin while I eat this because I need like the sweet and salty to like work together, you know? What we got going on here. That's not that bad. I've got a situation with my water, okay, and I think we should address it. It's time. Facebook Marketplace obviously has a ton of stuff. One of the things that's not so easy to come across is food or water. The food, you'll see food on Facebook, but it's like homemade meals most of the time, or it's like liquidation, like pallets of crap people trying to get rid of or sell at a discount. Water was something I struggled with. Now I kind of had the strategy going into it thinking I would find like a water bottle, obviously lowball them, and then ask, hey, can you also fill it up with water? And that was not working at all. You know, no one's gonna take a lowball and then also do a little favor on the top of it when I'm already asking for half off. Let me show you one of my items. Something that I bought. There was a listing for miscellaneous camping supplies, and that included some butane fuel, some like a lightweight cooking set, and then we have the little butane stovetop that goes on top of the butane fuel. This was listed for $30 for all of this. I offered 20, which isn't a total lowball. I'm sorry, I felt too bad. I thought that like 30 bucks for this is already a steal. I felt really bad. I know I broke the rules a little bit. I broke them like 3 times already. They said, would you do 25, meet me in the middle? I said yes. It wasn't a total lowball. I hope you guys can forgive me, but that's kind of what leads into my water issue. I was like, I'll use this. I'll gather water from the river and then I'll boil it. That'll kill all the bacteria and I can drink it. I was like, who cares if I drink a little bit of sand? There's definitely runoff, you know, and some chemicals from whatever, because this is like a somewhat populated area. So I ran to a gas station and I got this. I cheated. I can still boil this water and make my mocha cappuccino. Wait, how do I read it? Right here. Butane. I bought the butane canister yesterday after I bought the MREs. So I'm just gonna use the butane to light some small twigs on fire. Here's the butane. This is gonna be our little stove top. There we go. There you go. Now let's check out this cutting board, pan, saucepan, lid, tiny spoon, a sponge. Oh, I guess I didn't even need to buy the other one. So I guess I really overpaid on the MREs if I didn't even need. Looks like a ladle, 2 bowls, and 2 sporks. That's pretty cool actually. I just felt the bottom of the MRE. That thing is definitely warm. So once we get our fire going, I said we try that out. Just smother it real quick so it goes out. Looking good. The back of this thing is warm. Fire's going. This MRE's gotta be ready. I think this is gonna be cold beans. Let's throw these tortillas on the fire maybe. Warm enough for me. Cold packet of beef and beans, and I probably shouldn't be eating this close to my site. It doesn't look good, but it smells all right. Where's our cheese sauce? That does not look great. It's less appetizing than the beef. Let's see. That's so cold. It's very cold. If this was warm, I would say it'd be pretty good. This last piece, I laid it on the fire. Pretty good. Let's see if I can boil some water. This says a canteen quarter cup. The tiniest bit of water. Ooh, it smells good. There's a little bit of warm water in here. This video isn't even a challenge. It's just me camping. That was good. Let's try this. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. This is the last item I got. I originally thought this was gonna be the only food I had. We've got, these are Sun-Made, sea salt chocolate, banana chips, cocoa, and caramel dusted raisins. She was looking for 10 bucks for all these, which is kind of nuts. I offered her 5, which is like a fair price, honestly. Let's try these ones first. These portions are pretty tiny. Oh, shit. fire spreading. The fire like meters is green, so it's like safe to have fires, but I probably picked a pretty bad spot. So much dry stuff. These are alright. Last one's gonna be these raisins, which I do like the yogurt covered raisins. Those they're like the white ones. I can totally see why she wanted to sell these. It's just like chlorine. Don't buy those. Those suck. I would have been pretty pissed actually if that was the only food I had now that I think about it. Oh, I got my hot cocoa still. I'm probably gonna go sit and watch the river and drink my mocha. Holy. Turn that down. Well, it's about that time. I'm going to go to bed. Or at least get into my tent. Put the last couple logs on the fire. I did just walk like 100 feet that way. I took all my MRE trash. I took all those Sun-Maid raisins and banana chips. I stuffed them all in a bag, threw them up in a tree. I don't know if that's overkill or not. Can you let me know if that's overkill? Because I'm realizing that in the past videos, I've camped with all my food on me, which is probably not the smartest idea, but also it's November, so it's like any black bear out here is denned. So I was planning on it being way colder. I was planning on it being like 20 degrees right now. It's obviously not. Actually, what is the temperature right now? It says the feels like is 40. It does feel colder than 40. Something that I read on Amazon when I looked at what this sleeping pad was, supposedly has a p-value of 9. The higher the p-value, the more insulation it has between you and the ground, so it'll keep you warmer. A p-value of like 2 is like your typical sleeping pad. I probably want like a 5 or 6, I would say, if I'm doing it in the cold. This has a p-value of 9. That's pretty sick. Yeah, alright. I guess no pillow. I don't know what I'm looking around for. I didn't buy a pillow, so I'm not gonna have a pillow. I'm just gonna sleep until sunlight, and that's a really long time. What can I do? I don't know. But see you guys in the morning. I'm going to bed. Peace. I slept awful. No pillow was pretty brutal. The sunrise looks kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, I would say I definitely slept way worse than I thought I was gonna sleep. It got way colder than I thought. Right now it's 36, it feels like 26. So I'm assuming before the sun came up it was even colder. Like, I kind of thought my layers, like, so I have like this one merino wool like base layer, and then I got this like North Face pullover, and then I have this down jacket. Do I need to get a heavier weight down jacket to put on top of it? Because I was freezing my ass off last night. That sleeping bag is also pretty cold. It's not rated for this temperature. That's part of the challenge though, so that's why like my clothing isn't part of the challenge, because I don't want to freeze to death. I gotta go get my bear bag down. That's like the lowest hanging bear bag I've ever... Guys? Oh, there's right here. Oh. Hey, all you guys who like are into poop and stuff, what animal just did that? I had to take a guess. Coyote. Like a possum, maybe a raccoon. We still have our blue raspberry. Maybe I'll try that at some point. Just dump those raisins everywhere. If I'm gonna eat something, it's gonna be this. But why can't they put the dessert in it? Because I feel like that would change if I open it up right now or not. I'm gonna open it up and hopefully there's a good dessert. But come on, just be a good snack. No! No! Oh my god. Sliced cranberries. No thank you. Here's our Italian pepper hot beverage bag. Hopefully the powder in there is gonna be good. This one has an orange type 2. Oh, this might be coffee. I saw something say creamer. That's not bad. Trail mix recovery with beef jerky. I just want the hot drink, really. Unless they have a little, if they have one of those breakfast crunch wraps in here. You know, like those crunch wraps that are like have breakfast food in them, the bacon ones. Crunch wrap, bacon, breakfast. That's like what I was just talking about. No, it's actually crackers, and my guess is a jalapeno cheese spread. Normal cheese spread, freeze-dried coffee. That's like the best thing I could be drinking in this scenario. This was like yesterday, like the flame would get real high. Today it's not. Maybe, is it just because it's been sitting in the cold tent all day? I don't know. Bro, how long you gotta heat up for, bro? It's like warm. That's fine. That'll do. Thank you. Doesn't taste that strong. It tastes like I added too much water, but I added 6 ounces I talked about. All right. Okay. How much? Dude, this sugar's not even ending. Tastes interesting, but it tastes better, I guess, with the sugar. I'm gonna go fill this up with some water, some cold water, and use my blue raspberry. Is it raspberry or blue raspberry? Oh, it's just raspberry. It's whatever. Now it's probably the most dreaded part, which is packing up. Get everything out of the tent, roll the tent up, roll the pad up, roll the bag up. I'll be on my way to haul all this crap back to my car. It's like the part that I dread the most. I mean, which is reasonable, but I'm gonna rate the sleeping bag out of 10. Am I rating it based on the price or based on the situation? I guess we'll take them both into account. Let's give it a 5. I could have had worse for sure. And this thing's really old, but for $5, you can't really beat it. So the sleeping pad gets the easiest 10 out of 10. I never used the lantern actually, but it inflates, deflates. I would say I wasn't cold from the ground at all. I was cold from above me, so the p-value must do something. This is not ideal, but it does the job for right now. I'm gonna do one last walk around and then I'll see you guys at the car.